YouTube was good, man. We back today with another one, man. And this one is going to be my top 5 handguns that I got in my collection. It's going to be similar to the top 5 pistols that I had. If you haven't checked that video out, go check it out, man. It's a good video. And you get to see what I got, man. Um, Now, these are categorized in order. I started from 5 to 1. Um, so 5 being not necessarily my least favorite, but when it comes to the top 5, there are things that might be a little better when it comes to that. And with this, I'm thinking not just what I like, but also the practicality of it and ones that I use the most for the most part. All right, so, and there will be some honorable mentions. There will be 2 honorable mentions, just because why not, you know? And I have a lot that I have that I still got love for, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So let's get started. Number 5, we have the FN 510. All right, this is my first and only 10 millimeter. We are clear, safe direction. Magazine is empty. Now this is my home defense. I have this for my home defense because for home defense, in my personal opinion, you kind of want something that's going to have some power behind it. Not saying that 9mm ain't good. You can use 9mm for home defense, but why not have a bigger caliber that can hit more, that can hit a little harder, and less shots on target to end the threat. That's how I see it. So 10mm will definitely do that job. Uh, it's not nothing to play with. And last look, this is my baby, man. Threaded barrel, suppressor height sights. I got the Delta Point Pro on top as well. But that's number 5, FN 510. All right, going to number 4. Now, with this is my SIG-Sauer P365 build with the Radiant Ramjet on the front. Now, we are clear, safe direction. Magazine is empty. Now, I can't say for me, man, I wanted to, of course, this is going to be a carry option. This is my first thin carry option when it comes to concealed carry. I used to carry all the time my Glock 23, but I did need something slimmer for the summertime. But I was putting work in with this because I built it in the winter, so I already have more than 1,000 rounds through it. So it's reliable. In the beginning, I did have some hiccups. I was having some stovepipes, but they say with the 6-hour recoil springs and stuff like that, you kind of have to break it in. So once I got to about, I want to say 200 to 300, 200 to 300 rounds, it ran flawless, man. So I put another 1,000 rounds in it after that, just to make sure that it was reliable. Because anything that I'm going to depend my life on needs to be reliable. So to me, I want to say at least 800 to 1,000 rounds with no issues. So with this was the fastest firearm that I had that I put 1,000 rounds through, because I just wanted to go ahead and get it to where it needed to be, so that I felt comfortable carrying it, because that was the whole point of this building this firearm. But this is number 4, 6-hour P365 with the ramjet. Now, number 3 couldn't be left off the list. This is one of my favorites. This was up in the air between number 3 and number 2. So it was a battle for this one. But number 3 is my Glock 17. My Glock 17, this is something I'm going to be using a little more for competition purposes. I do want to get into competitions. That's my aim. That's what I want to do. I'm actually taking a class with Intro to USPA, and I think IDPA. I think that's what it is. So I will be taking this one with me to that class. So we're gonna be shooting on the move, still, paper targets, everything that you can name to kind of prep a beginner to competition. So I figure I'll go ahead and I'll take that up. So I will be using this 17. We'll be running this 17. Now I do understand that there's different rules and there's different classes or categories or levels depending upon what you have on your firearm. So if you have comps or ports, they put you in a certain class so that it's fair for everybody. If you don't have that, they put you in a different class, what I believe is higher, because there is no light, there's no ports, there's no comps, so it's just all pistol, or all handgun. So I'm not sure which way I want to go yet. As you can see, I do have a comp on here. That is the Parker Mountain Machine Glock 17 comp. I still have the original barrel, so I can just swap it out. It's not a problem, depending upon which way I want to go with that. But this, man, I have well over, I want to say, maybe about 1,200 to 1,000 rounds through this. And I also did a comparison with this in my ported echelon. So if you didn't see that video, go ahead and check that one out as well. But nonetheless, man, number 3, Glock 17. All right, and now we're getting to number 2. Number 2, I fell in love with this thing since I first got it. It's flat out the box. In my personal opinion, I think it's the best out of the box full-size handgun that you can get, because it comes out flat, it's reliable, and it's really hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat. And that one is my Springfield Echelon. Now, as you can see, I did get it Cerakoted. Got that two-tone going on. Originally it was all black, and this also has those ports in there. Of course, it's came all black. I got the magwell, my trigger, and the slot Cerakoted. So they're all the same color, and it just flows very, very well. And the ports on top also brings out the two-tone as well, from the black in the middle of the slide. Now this, man, this was already a good shooter. With them ports, it took the shooting experience to another level. And I can run this. I took it to the range, and I'm gonna show you. We clear. Safe direction. I'm going to show you the reset and the trigger. The reset and the brake. You can run this thing very, 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 very fast. Now, one time I took it to the range, and I was just rapid firing. They thought I had a switch on it. That's how you were able to run it. But look at this. That's the take up, brake, reset, boom, brake, reset, brake. So you can run this thing very, very fast, man. very, very fast. Um, and it's reliable. I did have some hiccups trying to mess with the recoil spring. um, I did have a DPMs. It didn't really work out. The springs, all the springs in the adjustable DPM package or recoil reduction system, they all was too light. So I had to go back with the original spring. And after that, no more problems. So I'm keeping the spring stock to keep that reliability for the Springfield Echelon. Alright, now for my honorable mentions, I have two. The first one is going to be that HK 45, that big boy caliber, or they say God's caliber. Y'all clear? Safe direction. This is my baby. This is also used for defensive purposes. It is stored in a different area of the house because I do have things around the house just in case anything happens to go down. But this thing, I love this thing, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I took this to a few classes. I want to say 1 or 2 classes. All this thing knows is run. That's all it knows. All it run. That's all it knows is run. Never had a hiccup. Never had a problem. Fresh out the box. Well over 1,000 rounds in this thing, and not one hiccup. Not one. Not ammo related. Not handgun related. Nothing. All HK know is reliability and function. That's it. That's it. Alright. Number 2. This is my new thing, man. I only shot her once, but I love this thing. Love it. So this is my Springfield 629 competitor, chambered in that 44 Magnum. Now this is my first revolver, and I do have an unboxing on that, so if you did not check that video out, check it out. This is my first revolver, and once again, I got it in 44 mags. They do have it in 357. I got it in 44 mag because I love that recoil. And the way this thing shoots, like I said, I shot it once. It's my first revolver ever. Like my first experience getting into the revolver game like that, and this thing blew me away. I love it. I love it. And you got the little pick rail up top where you can add a scope or optic. I'll probably just leave it as is, because what's better than that OG look? Nothing better than that. This is honorable mention number 2. Alright. So now we are on to number 1. This thing has been one of the originals in the collection. One of the first 3 guns that I've got. I believe it was the second gun that I got. So it's been around for a while. Has well over, I want to say 3,000 rounds in it. And at first I didn't really like it. I didn't like the way excuse me, I didn't like the way the recoil was. I just didn't like it. But as I trained more with it, it became one of my faves, and this is something that I will never ever get rid of. It is going to be here for life, and that is my Glock 23X. This Glock 23X, I will never take direction. I will never get rid of her. This is not only my EDC, This is my baby. I have the most time behind this one. I'm surgical with the 40, and this is what I carry every day. Now with the Glock 23X, it has the 45, the Glock 45 frame. You just have to switch out the, what is it? I think the extractor. You have to switch out the extractor, and it can flow with the 40. Now, when you do switch out for the 45 frame, you will need Glock 22 magazines. Now, if you do that, that ups your original capacity from 13 to 15. Now, here in New Jersey, we only are able to have 10 rounds. So, mines are blocked off. And I have a +0 base plate to help with reloads. Now, if you live in a free state, you can walk around with 15 rounds of 40. And if you're carrying an extra mag, that's another 15 and one in the head. So you're walking around with 31 rounds of 40. Now, like me, except mine is a +0 base plate. If you did want to add the base plate, I believe you can possibly get up to 19 rounds. So 19 rounds of 40 with the 15, well, the 16 technically, because you got one in the head. Now that's a lot of rounds for 40. Now we talking about capacity. Now 9mm, they do have a lot of capacity, but if you're rocking with the 40, you right up there with it. If you get the 45 frame, which like I did, like I said, and I deem it the 23X. The 23X. Now, like I said, this is my baby, man. This is number one. It's never going nowhere, ever. And that's all I got for y'all today, man. I just want to go ahead and show y'all my top 5 handguns with a few honorable mentions. Tell me what y'all think, man. Do y'all think, would y'all rearrange them? Or even tell me what y'all got in y'all top 5, what y'all would choose in y'all collection. Alright, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Remember, stay humble, stay dangerous. Peace.